5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
What up? What's going on?
It's another Bad Boy Show.
It's the Bad Boy Show. Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. Why does it feel like we haven't done one in like a month for some reason? Like it's just a lot happened in a week or something, or
I guess so, man.
It's crazy.
It's one of them. Maybe because it was the first day of fall this week.
Oh right, yeah. It feels like you know
the season's changing, so shit is
exactly. So
like a shift in the galaxy.
It's almost gonna be cuffing season. You feel me? That's gonna be
shit.
It's gonna be happening soon. It's gonna be happening real soon. You feel me?
That niggas better spit.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the Bad Boy membership and spit.
Exactly, because chicks out here are gonna be fiending to have a boo. You feel me? For the winter. You feel me? So you gotta take advantage of that. But today's topic, we're gonna be talking about guys giving up on trying to get women. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about that because a lot of dudes is just like, yo, fuck it, it's too hard, these bitches are crazy, yada yada yada. So we're gonna
wait. Are you talking about MGTOW or?
I mean, some of them probably, some MGTOWs are on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
but yeah, we got to get into that. You feel me? But before we do, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna get into some news. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right, people, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back on The Bad Boy Show. Yeah, man. So we got some news for you guys, man. Some fucking news, bro. Some shit's been going on. Shit's been popping off. So, in the media,
No, you know what? I want to interject real quick.
Go ahead.
I listened to a video that you did this week, right? And the game that you spit in that video, I think, is newsworthy.
Oh,
so
I feel you.
I just want to tell all the people listening, what was the title of the video again?
It's called why chicks don't give you the number or something like that. Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. Why chicks don't give you their number? Yeah, you got to go to my YouTube page, Locario Fan. Go check that out. You can listen to that joint.
It was a subscriber email, so that's important news. So because that video, it kind of like, because I roll with you, my man. We doing this thing,
right?
But listening, even as I'm in there with you, and I listen to the video, and I'm like, that shit blew my mind, and I'm like, oh shit, what I'm saying? Like,
because cats got to know what's popping, man.
This shit is real fucking game. So for all you cats out there who's iffy or who's on the fence or who don't realize that Mr. Locario is the truth, check out that damn video. And
I'm
see
telling
what I'm
you,
talking about.
And make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com so you can get even more step-by-step exclusive stuff. We trying to tell you how the stuff on the Bad Boy membership is redonk. Okay, it's crazy. I'm telling you, you guys gotta get that shit. And in other news, real quick, Family Guy season 14 is now on Netflix. Let's clap that up for all you Family Guy. I just got an email. I saw that shit because Netflix be email. I'm on their list. They be telling me when they got new shit. But
right.
So make sure you check that out. But anyway, So
that's how you know niggas is busy, because niggas ain't got time to watch
exactly.
like TV as it happens.
Right.
Niggas gotta watch shit when they get a chance.
Exactly. You know how that go. You know how that should go. But
Yep.
in news, there's been a whole bunch of shootings out here again. You feel me? Of black folks getting shot up in the streets by these cops and all that other stuff.
Right.
Sad
shit.
Yeah, and I think what was I think it was two of them. Was it more than that? It was this dude named Terrence Crutcher. Was he from Oklahoma? And
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right.
And it's funny too, because that's where Black Wall Street was.
Right. See. Yep. Mm-hmm. And so was he the one that was reading the book and got shot? Is that the guy? Or was it the other dude, Keith Lamont, or his name was something like that? See,
I didn't even know he was just reading the book. I know one guy, his car was broke down on the side of the road.
Right.
And he had his hands up. He was walking back to his car, and they shot his ass.
Man. See, it's just like so much shit like that going on. It's just like, it's like too many names. Like every fucking month or two is something else going on. And I'm just like, why? You feel what I'm saying? Like, chill the fuck out. Like, seriously. It's like, It's getting to the point where, they can't even justify the shit now. Like before it was like, oh, well, he was resisting arrest, or he did this, or he did that. I'm like, dudes is chilling, reading books, and walking to their car, and they getting shot. You feel what I'm saying? Right. It's like, that shit is retarded. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, and then when people, and it's funny because people always want to say, oh no, it's not about race. It's not about that. And, and white people get shot by the cops too. And I'm like, okay, white people do get shot by the cops, but the difference is you got to understand that, there are more white people in the United States. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what happens is that if you only have, black folks make up 12% of the population, you feel what I'm saying? So if you have, 12 people, right? And then you have, 88 people, right? And 3 people out of those 12 people get killed. And then you have 3 or 4 people out of the 88 that get killed. You know what I'm saying? You're losing. There's less of that small percentage there. You see what I'm saying? So now there's fucking 9 of those people, 9 black people, and there's still 70 something white folks. You understand? So it's like, and then they'll say like, well, there's more white people getting killed by cops, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that if you have, let's say 4 white people getting killed and 3 black people getting killed, that ratio is retarded, because you would think that since there's that much more white people, and if it was really, just a problem about police brutality and it has nothing to do with race, then there would actually be like half of those white people getting murdered and all that. You understand? But it's not like that. It's more of the black population that's getting fucked up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there's less of us, but we're getting that same amount of percentage of the white folks, or just like, in that same general area. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, so I'm like, if you have 100 people in a room and 10 people are black, and then 10 people die out of that 100, and 5 of those people who die are black, it was a race thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's a fucking race thing. So I'm like, come on with that bullshit. And it's fucked up when white folks get killed too, but I'm just saying, like, trying to ignore that, what's really going on, that's not cool, because, and the thing is, I think, one of the cops got charged for manslaughter, and so people, they're happy, whatever, but it's just a charge, so you don't know really, if they're going to beat the case or whatever, so, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
She got charged with manslaughter, and her bail was set for a ridiculously low amount. Like, her bail was set for like $2,000.
$2,000? Oh my Jesus!
Yeah, or $2,500. It wasn't a lot of money at all.
Wow!
It was a little bit of money.
Wow! Are you serious?
And they probably fronted her the money anyway, since she worked for the She worked for the the department. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
She probably didn't even have to come out of her pocket with that money anyway.
Wow, that's fucking crazy, yo! Like, man,
I think this was the female. She's the one that shot the guy that was walking back to his car.
Right.
And, this was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And this is what I don't get. Okay, why would you need to shoot someone walking towards their car? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, does that even make any sense? Because you would think someone's going to shoot somebody if they're a threat. How is someone a threat walking away from you? You understand what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It don't make no sense. It's like, God damn, like, what the fuck, yo? Like, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the world we're living in. They want to, you know, they want to desensitize us to the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that shit is. That's all that shit is. But anyway, in other news, your boy Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie got a divorce. So everybody's all, you know, crying about that shit. And supposedly this nigga cheated on her. That's what they're saying. But my thing is this. Okay, you're Brad Pitt, right? You're the sex symbol. You're rich. What would, I don't understand, like, shouldn't he be cheating? I don't understand. Like, isn't that like the thing? You know what I mean? Like, I thought, how does that not happen? Do you understand? Like, you're with one of the guys that most women want. Why would he not cheat? I don't get what she's surprised about. I don't understand that dynamic. You understand? Like, I thought people in those situations, like if you're rich and you're famous and you are, you know, y'all are together, I thought that it would be, you know, you guys would have some sort of open relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is like pretty much like, look, we're famous, we travel, we do all this shit. We gonna be fucking other people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy to me. So you seriously tell me that the reason you're getting divorced is because he cheated, or you caught him cheating this time? Like, that's crazy. I don't like, that's right. That's wild. But, you know, to me, I think it's good for him though. Like, it's a good thing for him because now he can truly, you know, just do his Brad Pitt thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
I heard another rumor. Maybe it's a rumor or whatever, I don't know, but you know, shit flies around whenever, because Brad and Angelina divorcing is a big deal in Hollywood, I guess.
Right,
so
right.
They're throwing a lot of stories around, so they said that one of the reasons why is that he might have like a weed problem.
What? Come on.
Because they said that he smokes a lot of weed and he be chilling and shit, and so she's one of those people who she don't really get down with that shit.
Right.
And she worried because, you know, they have like 5 adopted children. Right. So so she'd be on some shit like, oh, you know, if you're always high and this and that, I worry about our children. I worry about the safety of the children God. And your lack of judgment if you're high and blah blah blah.
Oh my God.
That was another thing too. But she honestly, it's only because they're rich.
Right.
Because you can't produce children. Like, you're a barren bitch. Like, the only thing about Angelina Jolie, woman-wise, is that she looks good and she's a desirable woman in general. But a female that can't produce kids, you're like half a woman. Like, you're not a real fucking woman.
So she can't have kids? Like, something wrong with her stuff?
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm assuming because I look at her and she looks so skinny and frail.
Right.
And then on top of that, all they ever did was adopt kids. Like, I never heard of them having their own kids.
Right. Exactly.
So it seems to me that you barren. Like, you can't produce kids. Either that or something wrong with Brad Pitt.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. Like, it's really like weed is the thing that doesn't even make sense because it's just weed. Like, having a weed problem, that doesn't even sound like a problem. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
it's not even a problem. But what it is, I mean, nigga, if you get at least $20 million a movie, in between movies, you chilling like a motherfucker.
Right,
like,
right,
so
exactly.
You can smoke weed and chill all the fuck you want. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would he see? You see, this is the shit that pisses me off. Let me tell you what pisses me off, right? See, I don't like when a person like Brad Pitt, like a person of his caliber, right? When he's so restricted, like he's a rich nigga having a regular nigga life. Like, what is that? You understand what I'm saying? You got a wife. You got kids. You can't smoke in the house. Your wife is bitching at you. You a regular nigga. Like, what kind of shit is this?
Exactly.
Like, what are you
That's why they
doing?
breaking up, because Brad Pitt probably realized, listen, man, you on some dumb shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, yo, he must have one day looked in the mirror and just was like, oh, shit, I'm Brad Pitt. Like, what the fuck am I doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Because I'm like, okay, because I don't know, maybe he, you know, had some more fun when he was younger. I don't know what the fuck.
Look,
but
hey, can we get a round of applause for Leonardo DiCaprio, please?
oh hell yeah, we got to clap up Leonardo DiCaprio for real, because he know what it is. He know what it is, man. Because I'm just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you, like, you're in that position? What, like, why are you even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would look at, it's like, okay, I would have looked at Angelina Jolie, be like, listen, you a star and all that too, but I'm motherfucking Brad Pitt. You feel me? So,
Right.
You need to just chill the fuck out and just get with this program. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Pretty
what
much.
are you talking about?
Learn
like,
how to roll my weed, bitch.
exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. I'm like, shit. Like, all you need to worry about is rolling my weed and bringing over one of these groupie chicks every now and then so we can have this threesome. You feel what I'm saying?
Pretty mad.
That's it.
Pretty
I'm
mad.
like, yo,
Matter of fact, go get Jennifer Aniston. Let's have this real quick.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't get it. I'm just like, that's why I'm like, yo, I don't believe that it's on that, you know, I don't believe it's like that. I believe most of these Hollywood dudes and all that shit and all these couples, I believe they swing. You understand what I'm saying? I don't believe they on that regular shit. Like, that shit don't make no fucking sense to me. Cause like, you got millions of fucking dollars. You know, you can do whatever the hell you want. You're famous, you're this, you're that. You don't know. You trying to tell me you gonna do that regular motherfucking shit like that? Like, no. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who was it that was saying? I think it was somebody. I remember somebody saying some shit like how the reason why Floyd Mayweather is able, like, the chicks he fuck around with, they're cool with him fucking around with other women is because, you know, he's a rich nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember, I think it was some chick that was saying like, or no, I think it was somebody saying that a lot of chicks get mad at dudes for cheating and fucking with a whole bunch of other chicks because they're like the quote unquote regular dudes. They got the regular 9 to 5. So it's like, well, you can't afford to be that type of nigga that's going to have me shut up my motherfucking mouth and see you fucking other chicks. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, if you're a Brad Pitt, when you got fucking money coming out your ass and, you know, you're a sex symbol, you got all of that shit going on. You trying to tell me like he not supposed to fuck nothing else but Angelina Jolie? Come on, son. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
I don't get that. I don't get it. I'm like, what? Like, who does that? Like, who? Like, okay.
Oh, can we clap it up for Akon too?
Oh yeah, Akon know what's up.
But then Akon got like 8 wives.
Exactly, Akon know what's up. I mean,
And
I don't know.
You ever seen them motherfuckers?
Who? His wives?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't seen they. How they look?
Yo, they bad as shit. All of them look like fucking. Like, all of them look like. Let me see. You know Iman?
Right.
Like how Iman used to look back in the 80s?
Right.
All of them look like that shit.
Jesus, I gotta clap that for him one time. Jesus Christ. See, certain dudes know what it is, man. Like that shit. Like, I mean, maybe Brad Pitt is just one of those dudes. You know, like, there's certain dudes who's just really about that, like, you know, one girl, this is my wife type of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Some dudes is just on that. So maybe he's one of those cats. So if he's one of those cats and he's like, you know, he's cool with that, he's happy with that, then fine. You understand? But I'm just like, I'm just like, yo, like, you Brad Pitt, son, stop. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But anyway, so in other news, and this wasn't even really news, but I saw this video circulating. It's gone viral. So it was some chick. I don't know. You probably seen this, Miles, but it was some chick. Looked like they were in Brazil or Dominican Republic or something, where she was walking around grabbing dudes' nuts.
Oh yeah,
you saw that shit, right?
That shit.
So So this is a video going around, and I guess it was like a challenge where she had to walk around and grab like 100 guys' dicks.
Right.
And, you know, so she would walk into like a store or a barbershop, and then she'll like grab their crotch and then just walk away. And she'll go like down the street and grab a couple dudes' crotches and walk past them or whatever. And, you know, it's funny to me because everybody is looking at it and they're saying, well, first they were saying that they thought the chick was actually a tranny. So they was saying that would have been messed up if it's really a tranny and she's like grabbing all these dudes' dicks and they just sitting there like, yo, it's good. You know what I mean? And,
right.
But it's funny though, because they were saying like, you know, if that was the other way around, like if it was a video of a dude like grabbing chicks' crotches or just grabbing chicks' titties, you feel what I'm saying? It would have been like a whole fucking like uproar. It would have been the feminists would have been all over the shit. It would have been like a fucking you know, a damn meeting or some shit. Somebody would have had to make a speech. You know what I mean? And it's just funny though, because when you watch the video, it's like the guys just don't give a fuck, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about it and I'm just like, yo, it's so funny how different it is between a man and a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Because the dudes is just like, oh, okay, you touch my dick, cool. You know what I mean? How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
The niggas, the only thing is like they were surprised. Like they just didn't know that that's what was happening.
Right.
Because most of the niggas, they was chilling, having a conversation or playing cards or playing dominoes or whatever.
Right.
And she just rolled up on them and grabbed their dick. And they just kind of, they jumped back and looked at her and they just kept it moving like whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing you should note though is that they weren't in America.
Right, exactly.
So that's really the number one thing right there. Like you're not in America. So America's is basically the only fucking country that act like it has a stick up its ass and allow women to fucking get all bent out of shape about sex and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the real problem.
Right. It's crazy.
Like it ain't got nothing to do with the girl and men and women. It's that then you in the whole fucking other country where sex ain't a big deal like that. So when something like that happen in the street, it ain't nothing. Because I mean, you got chicks over here fucking calling the cops on niggas because they say hello.
Right.
And I'm not exaggerating. That's something that literally happened last week on World Star Hip Hop.
Right.
The bitch went to go call the cops because this nigga said hello.
Exactly.
And he wasn't even like pursuing her. Like he was moving some shit out of his truck into his yard, and I think she was driving past, and he said hello.
Right. And then she's like, "You're sexually harassing me."
Mind.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But in another country, this bitch could go around and grab 100 dicks, and it's nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I fucking hate America.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I live here and I love America. You know, I live here and I'm an American, I'm a citizen, and I love my country. But what I'm saying is, on a social level, I hate America for that type of shit. Because you can't do nothing nowadays without a woman losing her fucking mind. Because all of them feel like they're, you know, they need their safe spaces, and you can't talk about this because you might offend them, and all of this dumb shit. And it's like, yo, relax, man. Like, fucking relax. Like, sex brought you here, so why we can't talk about it?
Exactly.
Why I can't say hello? Why I can't say what's up?
It's crazy.
Why I can't tell you look good, I want to fuck? Like, come on, man. Fuck you.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. That shit. Because I'm watching that shit, and I'm like, yo, if this was the other way around, it would be, you know, girls like, oh my God, and crying and getting the police. And it's just like,
I mean, look, they did a whole video about how niggas was saying good morning to a bitch, and that was the problem.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, if a dude can't even say good morning, touching the chick or random chick is out of the question. They're gonna be like, oh my, like they'll probably end up shooting the guy on camera. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
Like, yo, like what the fuck? That's how bad it is out here, man. That's how bad it is. And it sucks because, you know, the society has conditioned, you know, especially these American women to sort of react that way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ever notice if you talk to a chick, just you're not even like talking, you're not even hollering at a girl. You just trying to have a conversation, a regular conversation with another human being who happens to be a female. And when you mention sex or anything sexual, and you're not even having it toward her. You're just literally talking about the topic of sex. Some chicks get extremely uncomfortable. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. And can we not talk about that right now? Can we, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, Jesus, like, how conditioned are you? Like, oh my God, fucking crazy. But yeah, that's
and not for nothing. For anybody who ain't see that fucking video, that bitch was bad.
Mm-hmm. Real talk.
She was a badass bitch. She's a model too. If I'm not mistaken, at the end of the video they put her name. She's like a
right.
Dominican. I think this happened in Dominican Republic, but she's a Dominican model.
Right.
She's sexy as fuck.
There was one dude in the video though. It was funny because I was watching this too, and I noticed that most of the dudes didn't really try to holler. They was just like kind of like shocked. And it was like one dude I saw where she grabbed him and he looked at her and he was like, yo, come here. Come here, yeah. He was like, what's good, yo? I was like, yo, I feel him on that shit. Cause if I'm walking in the street and some random bad chick grabs my dick, yo, we gonna make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. You like, come on now. That shit is going down, okay? But anyway, so real quick before we go on break, we're going to get to a subscriber email, right? So
yeah.
This one says, hey, I'm a new fan of your YouTube channel and been a quiet watcher of the PUA and natural game community for quite some time. So my issue is I've always had a problem with women treating me like shit, no matter what I do. From whether I'm dealing with the rules of a coworker who just decides to be a bitch just because, to the random chick who gives me that loom or vibe that she wants to fuck, it always turns into some passive aggressive, vicious shit. I can never understand why. I tend to keep myself very calm and stern and tend to be stoic in how I present myself. Oftentimes, chicks will go out of their way to act like an asshole to me, even though I don't buy into their frame. For the most part, I honestly want to be left alone. In general, it is often the case even when I'm just sitting and thinking to myself or walking and I'm getting yelled at by some chick and having to justify myself in what I'm doing in that instance. I've stopped dating. I've stopped approaching chicks, and being in the military makes it more dangerous than usual to be friends with female soldiers due to how lopsided the gender dynamic is. So I stopped chilling with them. My thing is, what can I do to stop females from reacting to me in such a way where I can't be myself with some chicks exploding at me for some stupid shit? All right. So listen, this is interesting because I get emails like this every now and then where guys will hit me up and they'll be like, yo, these girls, they just, treat me bad and they'll diss me and they'll say the slick shit and all this other stuff. Right. And what you got to understand is this, is that there's always going to be women who are going to do that, who are going to act like that toward you, who are going to make that happen. It's not just you. That happens to every guy. Now, for some dudes, what's happening is that you're focusing way too much on those interactions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. And then so that becomes, it becomes more in the forefront. Do you understand? It's like it's a psychological thing where those things, it's almost like this. Like if I'm chilling with this guy, right? And where we just chilling and we like interact with maybe 10 women that day or that afternoon, right? And let's say 3 or 4 of them was acting like bitches and acting stink and whatever, right? And then, but the other 6, they weren't necessarily acting stink, but they weren't necessarily receptive, but they were just like, regular. You feel what I'm saying? Right. His attention is on those 4 women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he's forgetting all the other stuff and he's lumping all the things with just those type of women who are acting that way. You understand what I'm saying? Because now what happens is that when you approach any other woman, right? Let's say if you were talking like in his mind, he's like, all these women just treat me bad and they treat me like shit, right? And then let's say he's somewhere and a girl like looks at his shoes and she's like, oh, you know, those shoes look interesting. Where'd you get those from? Right. And she's probably flirting with him by saying that, or she's trying to be tongue in cheek. You understand?
He's gonna react to her like, what
like,
the fuck you mean?
Right, exactly. Why are you making fun of my shoes?
You mean, bitch?
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean they look interesting?
Right. You see what I'm saying? So anything that is being said in that you know view is going to look like that. It's the same way where let's flip this around. It's the same way where you meet a chick or you talk to a woman and you just say hello to her and she's like, "Oh, all these guys are just harassing me," and blah blah blah. Why does she say that? Because that's in her mind. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how she's viewing the situation. So we're not saying that these things don't happen where a woman is being a bitch or whatever. We're saying it does happen. But the thing is, what's going on is that you're focusing too much on those women and giving them too much of your attention and giving them too much power over you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is that when you're out here just interacting with women, you know, you don't have to feed into the BS, because there's going to be women who aren't doing that, but you're going to interpret almost anything that a woman is doing as her treating you like shit. Because you might say, "Hey, what's up?" to you might say, "Hey, what's going on?" to a girl, and she sort of doesn't say anything to you, right? So now you're going to think, "Oh, you see, look how she just ignored me. Fuck that bitch." You feel what I'm saying? But the real reason she didn't say anything to you is because she probably didn't even hear you say hi. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you don't want to get into that mode where everything is in, you start to see women through the lens of those other girls who were treating you like crap or who were acting stupid. You feel what I'm saying? And then start to, see other women like that. You understand? Or just look at the game through those lenses, because you're going to just see all that stuff like that. Now, when you encounter chicks who are just blatantly being on some bitch shit, you feel what I'm saying? You just ignore them totally. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't let that shit get to you. Even if you try to approach a girl and you talk to her and she's on some like, kind of like bitchy shit, just keep it moving, keep walking and talk to the next girl. You feel what I'm saying? And have your mind open to where you're not, just taking in all that negativity, because that negativity happens to everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The difference is that one guy knows and accepts that he's going to run into a lot of chicks who aren't going to be on that type of shit. And he just keeps it moving until he actually, interacts with the girls who are cooperative and all the other stuff. And then you have another guy who he runs into those bitchy women. He thinks that every other woman is like that, or he sees all the experiences through the eyes of perceiving women to be like that, all across the board. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anything that's happening, you'll end up basically blowing up the situation. You feel what I'm saying? You're blowing up how the interaction went. You feel what I'm saying? Just based off of how you feel and your perception of it and all that other stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
And what it is too is whatever you're focused on is gonna dictate your attitude.
Right.
And when you have a certain attitude, that attitude is a part of your energy, and the girls can feel that.
Right.
And then, so a lot of times, like you said, they'll start out pretty neutral, right? But because you may have that thing subconsciously controlling your attitude, then they feel that energy, and then they start to
give you an attitude,
disrespectful,
right?
Back,
Exactly,
disrespectful towards you, because you might say hello, but you don't say it. You might not say it in a nice way because your mind is on that other shit. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you might go up and say hello, but it sounds like you're being sarcastic, or it sounds like you're being confrontational, because those are the things that you're focused on. So you have to be careful on how much attention and how much energy you give towards the bitchy girls. You got to treat every girl as if you have to treat every person or give them a chance to show themselves as disrespectful before you assume that they're disrespectful.
Right, exactly.
So start fresh with every new interaction and be like, well, this next person could be a nice person, so let me deal with them as if they're a nice person until they show me otherwise.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, you gotta approach the game like that, because if you approach it with those lenses, you know what I'm saying, then it's going to be like everything is going to be in that way. You feel me? So, that's pretty much it. But listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to get into the topic where we're going to be talking about guys giving up on the game. You feel me? So you guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. We'll be back after these messages. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION Photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. Yeah, people. Yeah. Gotta clear my throat, man. Pause. So, guys, today's topic, man, we're going to be talking about, guys giving up on the game, giving up on women. They're just like, fuck it. I don't want to deal with these girls. I'm done. They piss me off. They do this, they do that, and all that other good stuff, right?
Like the subscriber email talking about, fuck these girls because they be disrespectful to a nigga.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens. And the thing is, what it is that the question is, why do guys get tired of the game or get tired of dealing with women, right? And the thing is is that the reason why guys get tired of dealing with women is because women are very, very, very frustrating and annoying to men. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's be real here. You understand? Because you as a man, you think and see the world in a certain way. You understand? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, women will see in the world and think in a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? So it's always and this is the same way where women get frustrated with men because they don't understand guys and blah, blah, blah like that. You understand? But see, the thing with guys is that, and the thing with men is that we're sort of okay, we know we want something, we know we want this, and we know we want to do this, and then we do it usually and follow through and make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? And for women, it's they want this, but then 5 minutes later, they might not want it. And then they think they want it now. And then later on, they're not sure if they want it. And then now they want it because they're feeling better. And then, so you're just what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? So you're confused. You're trying to make just one thing happen. You're trying to get this chick from the club back to your house so that you can have sex. You feel what I'm saying? And right. she's at the club or the bar, y'all talking, she's flirting with you. She's oh yeah, we're kissing. And then you're all right, let's go. And then she's no, I'm not sure if I should go. And then 10 minutes later, she's yes, let's go. And then right when she's outside, she's I don't know, I think I should go home right now. And then you're what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? And then you get her near your crib. And this has happened plenty of times with myself and other people. You get her at the crib, you get her naked, and she's I don't think I should do this. I think I should go home. It's getting late. And you're just what in the entire fuck? Not what in the fuck. What in the entire fuck is going on? You feel what I'm saying? So you go through all of this stuff because I get a lot of emails. Guys are oh, we put in so much work. We have to talk to them. We have to take them out on dates. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. And so, dudes is, they're getting frustrated with the thing, right? But the question you got to ask yourself when it comes to this is, how realistic is it that you're going to totally give up on women? You understand? How realistic is that? That's the part that I always ask, because a lot of times guys will say, I don't want to, I'm tired of dealing with chicks. But they're saying it out of frustration. They're saying it out of anger. They're saying it out of oh, I'm just sick of this shit. But, in the back of their mind, they know that it's probably going to be a challenge to actually do that. to actually literally say, I'm not fucking with chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm done. You feel what I mean? And so the thing is, and you know, I learned this in like, I was watching, a couple of videos about, you know, spirituality and, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, learning about yourself and awareness and all this other stuff. And I was watching this video, and this dude, he was talking about how, he was saying, this is a cat named Anthony DeMello. You guys should check him out. He says a lot of great shit. But he was basically saying, whatever you renounce, whatever you try to get rid of, you're going to make bigger. Do you understand? So he was like how, you know, a lot of times he was like how he knows, he said that priests are always thinking about sex. You understand? And he's like, the reason why is because they're renouncing sex. They're like, I don't have sex. I don't do it. So, you know, you understand? Like that's what, so when they're saying, I'm done with it, I'm not making it happen. And the reason why they're just totally saying, I don't want to do this or whatever, I'm just getting rid of it. But they're getting rid of it because they want it so bad. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is that by renouncing it, you're making it bigger. So the thing is, when it comes to women, it's not about you technically renouncing it, saying, well, you know, I'm just not going to fuck with chicks anymore, because you're going to keep thinking about chicks. This is what's going to happen. You're not going to get away from that, right? But it's more so about you understanding how you feel about the situation, right? First, that's what you need to understand, how you feel about the situation. So you can say, okay, you know, I'm frustrated about what's going on. I'm annoyed about what's going on. Like, I'm not getting the outcomes that I want. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying all this stuff, and, you know, I'm, you know, things aren't happening the way I wanted to. You know, a lot of chicks are this way or that way and all this other stuff. So you're sort of like being aware of how you feel and what you're going through and all this other stuff, right? But the thing is that once you're aware of it, then you need to be like, okay, so if I want this to happen, if I want that to happen, what do I need to do realistically to make something happen? But even within that, what do I need to understand realistically about women? And that's the part that I think a lot of guys get frustrated about, because they don't realistically think about women and think of how women are. Because I remember, even Miles, you said this a long time ago when we was doing a Sexy Party show, and I never forget, you said, never fucking forget that she's a female. You understand? Never forget she's a female.
Real shit.
And I think that's the thing that guys forget, because you're looking at it through the eyes of you as a guy. You're thinking, well, she gave me her number, she planned to see me, but she flaked. And you're thinking, I wouldn't do that, because if I got a girl's number who I liked and I told her I was going to come see her, I would see her, right? But you're thinking like you as a dude. But the problem is, you forgot that she was a female. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why you're frustrated, really, a lot of it comes from the fact that you're forgetting you're dealing with women. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You forget that you're dealing with women. You're dealing with people, right, who will plan to do something and not do it strictly off of how they feel. Do you understand? So they made a promise to you, a pact. They said, I will meet you here on Friday at 7. They said, I'm coming there to see you. But just because she is not feeling quote unquote sexy that day, or just because she got into a argument with her girlfriend, just because, you know, she woke up on the wrong side of the bed and she just doesn't feel like it, she's not going to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But see, that's the part you have to understand, and you have to accept it. You see what I mean? And the thing is, when we say accept it, we don't mean that, because people think, oh, well, I'm just supposed to know. Accepting it means that you just really understand that this is what happens. You understand? So it's like,
Right.
it's just like you accept that the sun comes out in the morning, or the earth rotates around the sun, or whatever the fuck it is, and rain drops from the sky and whatever the hell. You understand? You accept certain things. You accept it's going to be hot in the summer and cold in the motherfucking winter. You understand? It is what it is.
Right.
No matter how much you complain, no matter how much you kick and scream, no matter how much you want to, throw shit at the wall, it's going to be hot in the summer and cold in the winter. You understand? No matter how much you kick and scream, no matter how much you bitch and moan, a female is going to be a motherfucking female. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So the thing is that once you accept that, right, then this is where the game starts to make more sense to you. Do you understand? Because I keep getting emails from dudes asking me, Mr. Lucario, why do I have to talk to so many girls? You understand? You know why? Because you're dealing with females. You see what I'm saying? So we just explained that a girl is going to plan a date with you or plan to call you or whatever, and she won't because she just doesn't feel like it, or she's in a certain mood. So if you know this type of information, right, then you might say, oh, well, that's good that I know that. So how about I talk to more than one girl? Because most likely half of the girls I talk to might flake. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now what happens is, instead of you being a guy talking to one girl or two girls and then shit don't pop off and then you're upset and frustrated because that shit didn't pop off, the guy who accepted how women act and how women are said, you know what? I know these chicks is going to be on some shit. I'm going to talk to like 10, 15 girls and, at least maybe 2 or 3 of them out of them, I'm a see. You understand? And I'm going to have sex with them.
Right.
You understand? So that's the thing. And the reason why a lot of the times guys, when they give up on the shit, is because they never really took time to understand female nature. You understand what I'm saying? And on top of that, they get offended and take it to heart when a girl does girl shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, You're like, why does she flake on me? Why does she act this way? Why is she doing that way? It's not even about you. You understand what I'm saying? That's not about you. This is why it makes no sense at all to be mad or get frustrated or, start kicking and screaming when you plan a date with a chick and she flakes, or when you get a girl's number and you text her and she doesn't text you back. You know why? Because that is the shit that happens a lot of the times when you deal with women. Now, does that mean that every girl that you get her number, she's not going to call you back? No, there's going to be girls who call you back, right? Does this mean every girl's going to flake? No, there are girls who are not going to flake. There's girls who are going to meet you at 7. Matter of fact, this girl's going to be there at 6:45. She's going to be there so early because she's excited to see you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that if you don't understand how to get there or to get to that, you don't understand the reality of the game, then you're going to continuously be frustrated, because you're going to think what happens is that just like, this guy that we was talking about with the email earlier, these guys are focusing too much on the bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're focusing too much. So a guy would go out, he'll go out on a night with his boys, right? And he'll get like 5 girls' numbers. He'll text all 5 of them, and all 5 of them will not call him back, or one maybe will call him back and then he plans a date and then she'll cancel or some shit, right? So now he's frustrated because he's like, oh fuck, like I got these girls' numbers, I called them, I did this, I did that, and nothing happened, right? What you got to understand though is that within the game, there's going to be a lot of times where nothing happens. You understand? Like, even look at it this way. Let's take it to, let's use a business analogy, right? You know how many times me and Miles have put money up for some shit to pop off and nothing happened? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know how many times we've tried to make certain things go down and nothing happened? You understand? And then there's times where we put stuff into action and something happened. You understand? But the reason why it happened was because we kept going. we kept doing it. We kept finding out different ways to do it better and make it work better for us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we could have been kicking and screaming and saying, oh, fuck this. None of this stuff works. And, you know, and if that was the case, there would be no Bad Boy membership. There would be no PavillonPhoto.com. There would be no MrLocario.com. There would be none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because we would have gave up a long time ago. You feel what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is in the game, there's going to be a lot of times, even more often than not, there's going to be, I would say 80% of the time, you're going to get flaked on. You're going to get chicks not calling you. 20% of the time, you're going to get chicks calling you, dating you, and fucking you. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you have to be able to push through that 80 to get to the 20. You see what I'm saying?
Real shit.
But most dudes don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? This is why we have shit like the Bad Boy membership. This is why we have stuff on MrLocario.com for you guys to learn that stuff. You understand? Because it's a process. It's a process. Like I got dudes emailing me talking about, yo, can I check out the Bad Boy membership and just check out one of the audios because I don't know if I want to even listen to the other ones and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you can't, try to like sort of pick the game up like it's an all you can eat buffet. Like you're just, I'm going to take this part and that part. And no, it doesn't work that way. You feel what I'm saying? It don't work that way. It's like learning another language. You're not going to go into a Spanish class and say, well, can you just teach me how to, say a couple of sentences so that I know how to get some food? Like that's not going to help you if you need to go to a Spanish speaking country. There's going to be situations where you're going to need to know the whole fucking thing. There's going to be situations where you need to be well-rounded in the shit. And that's the thing. A lot of guys are not well-rounded in the game or well-rounded in what the game is about, which is why they don't have success because they're looking at the game from the perspective of they see dudes winning or they see dudes getting shit popping and they literally think that, there must be something special about this guy, which is why he got that girl that's on his arm. You understand? But he's the same motherfucking guy as you, meaning that all he did was that he understood that he was dealing with a goddamn female. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
because you know what it is? You know it's a good analogy, I think.
Right.
It's like when you check the weather and they say it's gonna rain.
Right.
But you bring your umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
But bringing your umbrella on a rainy day doesn't mean you're not gonna get wet at all.
Right.
So
exactly.
you can prepare, you can do whatever you want to do, but you still gonna get a little bit wet, like because you have to walk through. You have to walk through the rain with your umbrella, and your shoes might get wet. The bottom of your pants might still get wet.
Right.
But the point is that you understand the nature of the rain.
Right.
You understand it.
Right.
And you understand how the umbrella works.
Right.
And you expect to get a little bit wet, but you know that you're going to be less wet than if you didn't bring your umbrella. You
right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's sort of the same thing with the game. It's like, you have to do, you understand the nature of the female, so you already know that you got to put some work in.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Because not every chick is going to be receptive to the game. So you have to put the work in to find that chick that's receptive to the game. And you know that, some of them is going to say no, some of them is going to be bitches, some of them is going to be crazy. You understand? But that's already a part of the process. And you, as a man, you understand that, and you still willing to go out there and do what you got to do. And on top of that, it's not just about girls. It's about life in general. Because just like I was talking about all of the business situations we've been in.
Right.
You understand the nature of the business. You understand that not every fucking marketing strategy is going to work. Not every investment you make is going to work. But the point of the matter is you stay in the game and you keep on moving.
Right. Exactly. That's the real talk. And, and I think that a lot more men have to focus on the situations they've been in where they've had the success. You understand? Because there's a couple dudes out there who are virgins who haven't really had that much experience. And I urge some of you guys who are in that situation to go out there and get some experience. Because even if it's something like, because there's literally guys out here who've never really approached a girl, who's never gotten a girl's number, who hardly ever talk to women. So go out there and get yourself some little wins, meaning, go and push yourself to talk to 10 women, and don't care what happens after that. Just the point of the thing is you actually going and talking to the women. So you actually pushing yourself to talk to them, that's a win, because you went and did what you planned to do and what you wanted to do, which was talk to the girls. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then let's say, later you talk to some more girls and then you end up getting some numbers. That's another win. You understand? So you see, oh shit, I actually am able to get some girls' numbers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm actually able to get this going on, right? Then you try to set up some dates, and then you probably get a date here or two. You're like, oh shit, I actually got a date. I'm on a date right now. You see what I mean? It's like little different things. Like focus more on that versus you talking to 10 girls and then you like, oh, but this is how they usually look at the negative. They're like, oh, but I tried to talk to them and all of them was giving me a bad attitude. You feel what I'm saying? Or they'll get, then next thing you know, they get the numbers and then you're like, oh, I got the numbers, but none of the girls called me back. You feel what I'm saying? Like they keep focusing on that negative. They're like, oh, I went on a date, but she didn't have sex with me. Like, it's like, dude, focus on the wins and then get more wins so that you'll end up realizing that you can win. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the point. And that's the thing that dudes don't understand, is that they keep focusing on, cause even for a guy, let's say a guy's not a virgin, or, he's been out with a couple of women or whatever, right? If you're not a virgin, meaning you've had sex with a woman, right? Then you know that you can do it again. So you've done it already. You can do it again. You've already had that win. Do you understand? So what are you giving up on, thinking, oh, these girls don't like me, I can't get girls? You've already had it. You've already been there. You feel what I'm saying? But what's happening is that you're going through a situation where the last couple of girls you tried to talk to, nothing happened. Or the last couple of girls you got their numbers, they flaked on you or whatever. So you're going through that little spell, and then you're the dry spell, and you're thinking, oh damn, just chicks don't want me anymore, or I must be losing my edge, and I guess I'm getting uglier, or something's happening to where my life is spiraling down to be a guy who's not able to get women. You feel what I'm saying? And now I'm just gonna give it all up because it fucking sucks.
When you
What happened?
I'm sorry, the part where you said my life is spiraling,
Yeah.
It just sounded so ridiculous. I'm like, and there's niggas out there that really think like that too. It's sad, but
Right.
I'm gonna tell you one thing too. Like, do you remember watching Batman: The Dark Knight Rises?
Right.
And he was fighting Bane, and he tried to hit Bane, and Bane like grabbed his hand and he said to him, "Victory has defeated you."
Right.
Now, I know it's probably a few niggas that don't know what the fuck that means. I'm gonna tell you what that shit means.
Right.
What happens sometimes is, right, you got a nigga, he's fresh to the game, and he go out there and he holler at a chick, and the first chick he holler at, he gets the number. Right. And the number, he gets the number, calls the bitch, she answers, they set up a date, they go out on a date, and they get to make out.
Right.
So he goes from being fresh to the game to actually making out with a bitch.
Right.
This nigga is on top of the world. He's like, yo, I'm the fucking man. Like, I hollered at a bitch, I got the number, and we went on a date, and we was making out, and I was filling up her titties and shit.
Right.
So I'm the fucking man. You understand?
Right.
But he hasn't got to fuck the bitch yet, right? So he tried to call her back for the second date, and all of a sudden, she don't answer her phone. She ain't got no time, and he don't hear from the bitch ever again, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What happens to this nigga now is, being that he was so high off the victories of getting the number, going on the date, and making out with the bitch, the disappointment of her not calling him back the second time puts him even lower than he was when he started.
Right. Real talk.
That is the true definition of victory has defeated you, because you forgot, just because you had a couple of, beginner's luck victories, you forgot that you still got to put work in to get back in the game.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That's what it means when the nigga said victory has defeated you, because you look at Batman, and Batman kicked niggas' asses all day, every day. So probably, I mean, even if you watch the movie, right after he fucked that bitch Talia,
right,
he went to go fight Bane, right? And anybody, if you ever watch the Rocky movies, they tell you if you gotta fight, you shouldn't be having sex.
Right.
Fucking messes up your legs. You're not as strong as you would be if you didn't let off a nut. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, bottom line was, Batman has kicked so much ass in his time. He looking at Bane like, man, I'm gonna kick this nigga Bane's ass when I see him. Fuck that. You understand? But Bane grabbed his fist after he tried to punch him and said, yo, victory has defeated you. Because you already thought you won this battle.
Right.
Just because you won every other battle.
Right,
so you forgot to understand that you needed to put in work to come see me because I'm Bane.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. Like, nigga, you got to put in work. That's why the Bad Boy membership is there.
Pretty much.
I know it's some niggas who think they smart and they listening to this thing and they think, oh, these niggas is talking shit because they trying to get niggas to sign up for the membership. But fuck it, don't sign up for the membership. But the point of the matter is, work got to get put in one way or the other.
Right.
So either you fuck with us or you fuck with somebody else. You got to go buy a Tariq Nasheed book or go holler at Steve the Dean.
Right.
Whatever you want to do. But the point of the matter is, work got to get put in.
Right. That's real talk.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's real talk. And that's the part, I think that's the part, like, really that gets to a lot of dudes, because like you said, that same dude who was getting the date and the kissing and all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden the chick don't call him, and then he's like, feeling even lower because he thought that everything was just smooth sailing from there, but he forgot that he has to put in that work to maintain the game. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why dudes end up giving up, because they go through a sort of period or time, you understand, where they're making the outcomes of what's happening between them and, the girls that they're trying to get with, make them feel a certain way. So then they start questioning themselves. They start to think that, oh, well, all these girls out here, they only want this and this and that, or they getting this way or they getting that way. And then they get so frustrated about doing anything that they just give up. You feel what I'm saying? And then they're just like, well, fuck it then. You understand? And then and then that, when you get into that mind state, all that really happens is that you continuously or keep getting, lower and lower on that vibration of feeling like, well, I can't get anything. And then that's what's going to make you not get more, make more shit get away from you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's going to make it harder for you, because you're saying all of this, oh, fuck these girls, and when I'm not going to bother with them, and this and this and that. And then you chilling with your boy one day, and then your boy, invites you to some party, and you see the baddest chick you ever seen in your goddamn life. You feel what I'm saying? And now you can't really, you're stuck. You're paralyzed. You're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, and you're having that conflict because you've basically, gave up already on, just within yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So now you definitely, most likely not going to really even get to fuck with her or get her, because you've already in your mind told yourself that you're done. You feel what I'm saying? So now you have to go from I'm done to even being to go back to neutral, to go back to actually even to go forward from that to even getting your game face on to actually going to approach her. So now you saying you give up, you're just you're going a step backwards. You feel what I'm saying? Because just like when you have it's like a basketball player saying, you know what? Fuck all this practice shit. I don't feel like practicing or doing this shit or whatever. And then now a couple months later, there's a game, and then they get back on the court. You're not fit. You're not ready. You feel what I'm saying? Because you gave up a long time ago, and now you want to jump back in. It's not going to work like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's where you have to really be consistent, really put in the work. And again, like we were saying earlier, you have to understand you're dealing with a female. You feel what I'm saying? And
that's the most important part, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because once you understand that shit,
right,
it's like it's an uphill climb,
right? And you know what it is. So it goes from you sort of like complaining about it to you saying, you know, I understand what it is and I understand what I got to do to deal with this situation. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because your frustration is coming from you expecting the situation to be a certain way with this woman, but you're expecting, like, it's almost like, it's like you're expecting a cat to bark. You understand? But you got to know that you're dealing with a cat. So it's going to meow or whatever, right? So you got to stop getting mad at cats, you know, and for meowing. You got to stop getting frustrated about chicks being chicks. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, though, too? The victory is not having success with one female or even a few females.
Right.
The victory is becoming that person who can holler at chicks whenever he wants.
Right.
And create the situation that he wants at any
talk.
given time. You understand what I'm saying?
Real talk.
That's the victory. The victory is not, oh, I got her number, son. Like, nah, nigga, you got seven numbers on a piece of paper. That's all you got.
Right.
That's not a victory. The victory is becoming that nigga that gets what he wants from the game, and because he's mastered the game, because he knows how to use the game to his advantage.
Right.
That's the true victory.
Right. Real talk, man. Real talk. So, guys, we are done, man. We are done. We had to go in on this one. You feel me? So,
Sure.
So listen, guys, remember to go to undeniablegame.com so that you can download the free audio program Undeniable Game, which is 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. This is a free download, so you have no excuse. You understand? Just go click the link below and download that shit. Make sure you go to alexsexynaked.com and make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com so you can join the membership. All right. So we are out of here, man. Anything else you want to say, Miles, before we gone? Nope.
No. Watch the movie again. Watch The Dark Knight Rises and see what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Notice how he has sex with the bitch, and right after he get up from fucking the bitch, he go fight Bane and lose.
Right. I feel you. All right, we out of here. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. We're gone.
Peace.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.